Welcome back, everyone, to the final race of the race weekend as we kick off our 2022 racing season. And of course, that means the Cup cars at Daytona, the Daytona 500. But before we get into today's event, I want to take a moment and give yet another thank you to Full Circle Racing, everyone who is involved in putting together this mod and sharing it with the community. It is greatly appreciated. All of your hard work is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for putting this together and sharing it with those of us in the community. Now for today's race, those of you who are with us for the Trucks and Xfinity race, we're using Daytona BR for a total of 20 laps. Right now, early in the season, I'm trying to keep the races pretty short, but as time goes on, we'll do some longer events because longer events are what I love. No yellow flags and no damage. We're here about drafting and fun. That's what this is going to be all about. A total of 38 cars in the car set and our AI strength at 101%. The idea overall for each race weekend is that the trucks are going to be the easiest race. Easy being, of course, a relative term. I always want it to be very challenging. But they're going to give us our best opportunity for maybe a top 5, a top 10 finish. Then Xfinity cars are going to be a little bit more difficult, a little bit more challenging. And then finally, the Cup cars should be the most difficult racing. Now, we also used 101% for the Xfinity cars, but I have this car set for the Cup cars even stronger than the Xfinity, so 101% is stronger here than it is in Xfinity. So I believe this is going to be a very challenging race for us. Do we have an opportunity for a top 5 like we've been able to get so far this weekend? Or maybe we have to settle for competing for a top 15 or 20. Who knows? But we're about to find out.
Drivers, start your engines.
All right, engines are fired. We'll be taking the green in a half lap, which at this track takes a little bit longer. So it gives us a moment to talk a little bit about what to expect from today's race, or at least my best guess. So I do all of my testing on 100%. That's how I set up the car sets. That's how I set up the physics, everything at 100%. So 101% for the AI is going to increase the speeds. Not sure how much, but because this is a restrictor plate track where drafting is everything, I think we're still going to be able to keep up. Now, I'm not using the absolute max speed out of the setup because, again, I want this to be challenging. Is it too challenging, not challenging enough? All of those are things that we'll figure out as this season goes on.
Get ready now.
Because the physics will change as I learn more about these cars.
Green flag, green flag. Green, green, green.
All right, job number 1 is to get a good smooth start and not lose the draft. So if we lose the draft, nothing good happens. Next thing will be, when can we get to the bottom? We know the bottom is the passing groove. It's that way on purpose. You need some way. Oh, look at that. The 7 car is going to jump down here immediately. Okay, I'm going with you.
Clear.
I needed to wait until we had a drafting partner down here.
Clear.
So now I just need him to stay down here with me. But as these cars move around, we're going to gain and lose drafting partners. Ooh, that's not good. He's pulling right back up. Okay. Great. So the last thing I needed is what immediately happened. But we're on the bottom. We're still in the draft. We're getting a tow from the guys out in front, although not as much as we're going to need. So let's see if we can get back up here.
52.006. Keep low.
All right, that was still fine. We're no longer at the very back of the field. All right, here we go. Pulling up. I do not want to pull out of line just yet. Again, I really need a drafting partner.
Stay low.
All right, I am able to get runs. You can see right here, I've got a nice run on the 21. But I'm just modulating the throttle.
Still there.
I don't have a good enough feel with the Fanatic brake pedal. It's been a while since I've had a load cell brake, so I'm still trying to get the feel of it, and using it to drag and slow the speeds down isn't a good idea for me right now. I don't have a good enough feel for it. So it's much easier for me to just simply use the throttle, lift off just a little bit to try to break our momentum. Look out. All right, that was a huge break in momentum. Big stack up accordion effect right there. All right, we're going to be in the middle of 3 wide. Not a problem.
Clear outside.
62 has no help at the bottom.
Stay high. Clear inside.
I'm going to stick with this 21. Me
Outside.
and Harrison Burton for right now. All right, what do we got? Total of 3 cars down on the bottom.
Still there.
What I really like to see is Harrison Burton drop down there 3 wide. Oh, another stack up.
47.71.
Now, if we were in the bottom groove when that happened, we could have gained some spots. So right now, everybody's just getting jammed up, but nobody really wants to take it 3 wide.
Keep low.
All right, what do we have down the bottom? I see a couple of guys in the bottom behind me. All right, I see a few guys flirting with it down there. They're close enough to us. We can get a draft off that.
You're on the bottom. 3 wide. You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Hold your line.
All right, hopefully us being down there, a couple of cars in front, maybe we'll get some more guys. Maybe they'll be enticed. Come on down here, Suarez. I know you want to. Come on down here and give us some help.
Stay low. Still there. You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Hold your line. Outside. You're on the bottom. 3 wide.
Oh, we got a nice run here.
You're on the bottom.
As they
3
continue to
wide.
stack up.
Hold your line.
All right, there we go. A few more guys get down here. We can take this thing all the way to the front.
Hold your line. Outside. You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Car outside.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Keep low. Stay low. You're
Trying
on
to get
the
a
bottom.
little
3
close to
wide.
those guys.
47.45.
To try to get as much draft as we can.
You're now in the top 20. Stay low. You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Outside.
There we go. Y'all just keep stacking
Hold
up.
your line. Outside. Still there.
It's funny how different
You're on
these
the
guys
bottom. 3
race.
wide. Outside.
Because in my test racing,
Hold your line.
these guys didn't stack up very much at all. It was pretty odd to see them do that, but it does change things. When you have a lot of variability in the ratings, you get different times, different qualifying times, different speeds, and they race different. That's one of the things I love about having a lot of variability in the ratings. So something about the settings right now that were generated for the ratings means that these guys are either not as aggressive or something is causing them to get stacked up because they don't want to go 3 wide. Nobody wants to come with me here, and that's not good. All right, we do have some help coming from behind. I mean, I'm not complaining. We're inside, what, top 15, top 20? All right, now we got some help from behind. Don't know who it is right now. Oh, easy 14. I thought he was coming down here to join us in a bad way.
You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Hold your line. Car outside. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Car outside. 47.706. You're on the bottom, 3 wide.
Now I have
You're on the bottom,
no
3
idea
wide.
what lap
You're in
we're
the top 10. Hold your line. Car outside. You're on the bottom.
No
3
idea
wide.
at
Car
all what
outside.
lap we're on. So I'm just hoping that I hear him when he gives me those 3 to go, 2 to go, and then I see the white flag and stuff. That's what I'm hoping
You're on the
for.
bottom, 3 wide. Car outside.
All right, so we've been able to make it to the front. We're inside the top 10, and I consider that the front. Now, what happens from here, we're going to find out. We do have some help from behind. Is that the 20 car? It looks like Seabell.
You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Car outside. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Outside.
All right, so we've got a strong car behind us. We know that. And Amarola should be pretty good as well in front. All right, so now we got to push that 10 car out in front. That will put us leading the inside line. And then look at that. Oh, yeah, he's got speed. If he didn't have speed, he wouldn't be able to clear the other two grooves going through the corner. So is he staying? Yeah, no, he's going to the top. Or at least the middle. All right, here we go. Now we've got our shot at the lead. Can we hold on? Does the inside lane stay with us? Does it stay intact long enough? There we go. There we go. All right, we don't want to get out here too far. But at least we're having an opportunity to lead. I like it. And this is what I was hoping for. We don't have the speed of these guys overall, but what we do have, I was thinking about going to that middle lane.
You're up top, 3 wide. Hold your line. Inside.
Oh, 31. Nope.
You're up top,
We're
3
staying.
wide. Car inside. Still there.
All right, now we got to keep Justin
Stay high.
right next to us. Let's see. Oh, yeah, he's got some speed through the corner. But all we need to do is stay right there with him so he doesn't clear. Ooh, that was close.
Keep high.
That was close.
We got just 10 more to go. 48.034. The next car's the leader. Stay high.
I don't know how long we're going to be able to hold him off up here.
Stay
Because
high.
we do not have the speed.
The next car's the leader.
All right, so now we're going to try to push him out. Let's get out there. What I'd like to do is get down in front of that 20 car in that middle lane and see if we can retake the lead.
You're up top. 3
But you can
wide.
see that's not going to happen.
Keep high.
At least not yet.
Stay high.
Speeds are about what I would hope for. Maybe a touch fast, but overall, pretty good. Now, if you get two guys hooked up, they can put out some serious speed, or if you get a nice run, then you can certainly put up some big speeds, but this is about right.
You're up top, 3 wide. Inside. You're up top, 3 wide. Inside.
All right, this is turning into a bad deal for
You're
us.
up top, 3 wide. Car inside.
All right, we need to get back ahead. The reason I say a bad deal for us is because we do not want to get shoved back,
Hold your line.
6th or 7th in that top lane. That will slide outside the top 15 if that happens. Because we know the other two grooves are still going to be coming. And then it takes away our ability to make moves. But right now, look at this. High line's coming through.
Keep high. 47.725.
Ouch.
Still there. Still there.
Ooh, it is so close. That 6 is right on my quarter panel right there. Woo.
You're up top, 3 wide. Hold your line. Inside. You're up top, 3 wide. Car inside. Still there.
All right, there we go. High line has prevailed.
Inside.
Well, I want to pull down. But I'm going to wait till these guys get a little closer. If I pull out right now, it'll be like dropping a parachute. All right, here we go. 6 going to go with me. I think that's the 6. Back there. No, he did not go with me.
47.
All right, now here he comes. He's got a head of steam now. Ouch.
Still there. Keep high.
All right, we need to get some momentum back. Me playing around with Keselowski, hoping he would go with me. We lost all our momentum, so let's see how this
Clear
works out.
Inside.
We ought to be able to get a pretty nice run here on these guys.
Stay high. Keep high. Still there.
There we go.
You're
Let's
up
push
top,
out ahead.
3 wide. Car inside.
Let's get
You're
this
up
top
top,
lane
3 wide.
back out front where we need to be.
Hold your line. 47.536.
I hit that one spot on the wall every time coming through the driveway.
Keep high. Stay high. Clear.
All right, there we go. You can see this high side. Who is out front? Oh, Christopher Bell. So a strong car out here has really pulled us out front. So that's what happens when you get a strong car.
Stay high.
So these guys back behind us are going to have to get formed to back up
Still
again.
there.
They'll be coming.
Clear. Inside. Keep
Let's see if we
high.
can not kiss that wall quite so hard this time coming
Still
through
there.
the trial.
Just 5 more to go. 40.
Let's just move away from it a little bit. How about that?
5. Still there. Okay, we're back in third. Keep up.
All right, here comes the pack back to us. But they had to get formed back
Still
up.
there.
All right, let's see what we got. Can we drop down in front of this 43?
Clear.
All right, come on, guys. Get up here. I need y'all to help push me back to the lead. Let's drop down to the middle.
Car outside.
Who's going to go with us?
Still
Brad
there.
K, you going with me?
Still there. The next car's the leader.
Brad K says no.
Stay low.
Oh, wait, here he comes. Here he comes.
47.379. Keep low. Okay, we're back in third. Keep hustling. Back in third. Good job. You're in the middle. 3
Still
wide.
absolutely 100% no idea how many laps are
You're in
left.
the middle. 3
No
wide.
idea.
Inside.
All right, so we lost our drafting help.
Stay high.
Brad has decided that he doesn't like us quite as
Stay
much
high.
as we need him to. All right, 43, I'm going to need you to pick a lane.
Stay high.
Where are you going? You coming to the middle? Yeah, okay. You're in the middle now.
Keep high.
He was kind of straddling that bottom groove in the middle groove. Oh, looks like we got teammates in front of us
Still
now.
there.
Yeah, there you are, 42, 43.
47.
I don't know if I like that.
03.
All right, I'm going to go back to the top here. Because I feel like, based on what I saw earlier, Christopher Bell has speed. Like, that dude was pulling us out to the lead each and every time. It's like, oh, yeah, we're doing it again. There we go. Nice run. Give it a
Hold your line.
little love tap there.
Hold your line.
Come on, guys, let's go.
Hold your line. Inside.
Come on, C-Bell. Get us up
Stay
there.
high.
Pull us back out in front.
Stay high.
Oh, wait. Oh, we got a different group up there. I don't know who's leading now. Is it still C-Bell? Yeah, it's still C-Bell.
Car inside. You're up top. 3 wide. 40.
Oh, we're definitely on top.
7.884.
That's for sure.
Hold your line. Back
Okay,
and forth now.
maybe I'm regretting coming up to the
Car
top
inside.
because we're not getting back out ahead of these two grooves the way I had hoped.
Keep high.
We need a run up here. I need y'all to get a nice big run, tons of momentum, and let's go.
Hold your line. Inside.
I really don't want to beat and bang too much on the 31 here
Keep high.
because, I mean, he's got nowhere to go either. So I'm just going to have to bide my time.
You're up top. 3 wide. Inside.
Ooh, that is
Stay
tight.
high.
Tight, tight. Ooh, white flag.
Keep high.
Well, folks, anything that's going to happen is about to happen now.
47.674.
We have nowhere to go.
3 wide. Hold your line.
Like, I've literally got nowhere to go.
Keep high. Stay high.
I got Hamlin to my inside, and then somebody even below him. Oh, there you go. There you go. We got some room. Go. So we're just going to have to push.
Keep
Even
high.
though it's not really helping right now. There's too. Oh, look at that. There's too many cars in front of us. Way too many, in fact.
Still there.
So we are what you call stuck. All right, coming to the finish line. Where do we get?
You're in the top 10.
Are we in the top 10?
There's the flag.
We are not.
It's over.
That man lied to me.
Okay,
He does that a lot.
We'll get him next time.
Like, he seems to do that a lot. Okay, 13th. Hey, I'll take that. I will take that. But you could see, I just didn't have the speed. When we got to the middle lane, we were leading. I just didn't have the speed to keep going and to really get us up there to the leader and fight for that top spot. We just couldn't do it. So I was trying to figure out, and for a while, Christopher Bell was giving us everything we needed up on top. But then I think he lost the lead there toward the end. In fact, who won this race? Oh, William Byron came out ahead. And okay, he was on the bottom. All right, very nicely done. All right, let's just not wreck all coming to pit road here. Let's try not to do that. As we bring it to a
Limit
stop.
55. Keep it under 4,500 in seconds.
See, like we can't even get to our pit stall right now. It's like, y'all just come on by. we'll get back to them later. We'll give them some high fives later. But that was a lot of fun. You can see there was a lot of similarities from this race to the other races.
Come on in.
With the trucks and Xfinity, but then there were also some differences. All right, 48. What are we doing here? What are we doing here, 48? We got beef? That's what I thought. But this was so much fun. Every car races a little bit different, and we're definitely going to see that as we move forward into some different types of tracks. But I hope you guys had as much fun as I did today, and I look forward to bringing you so much more racing here in the 2022 season.